Life has a strange way of teaching us its most important lessons. The harder we try to control everything, the outcomes, the timing, the way people think about us, the way life should unfold, the more frustrated, anxious, and exhausted we become. We plan our lives down to the smallest detail. We tell ourselves, if I try harder, if I push more, if I never let go, then finally things will fall into place. But what if that belief is wrong? What if the moment you stop forcing, stop gripping so tightly, and start trusting, life begins to move with you instead of against you? This is not about giving up. This is about understanding where your true power actually lies. Centuries ago, the Stoics understood something most people still struggle to accept today. Marcus Aurelius wrote about accepting the nature of reality instead of wasting energy fighting it. Because the real battle has never been outside of you. It has always been within. And today, we're diving into the mindset shift that can completely transform how you approach success, relationships, stress, and your inner peace. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like life never seems to go your way, there is a reason. You may be holding on too tightly to things that were never meant to be controlled. Stay until the end.
We spend most of our lives waiting for results, waiting for approval, waiting for something to finally work out. A job offer, a relationship, a breakthrough. And the more we wait, the more anxious we become. Our happiness becomes dependent on something we cannot fully control. And that's the trap. The Stoics warned us about this centuries ago. Epictetus taught that suffering doesn't come from events themselves. It comes from our attachment to how we want events to unfold. He said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Wish instead that they happen as they do happen, and you will be at peace." This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing reality to obey your expectations. Think of an artist painting. When they obsess over perfection, over judgment, over results, they block creativity. But when they focus only on the act of painting, something powerful happens. They enter flow. And ironically, that's when their best work is created. Life works the same way. Detach from the outcome. Commit to the process.
Have you ever seen someone try too hard, too eager, too needy, too desperate? Their energy feels heavy. And what happens? People pull away. But when someone is calm, grounded, not attached to needing a specific outcome, they become magnetic. This applies to relationships, careers, and success. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. Because confidence comes from knowing, I'll be okay, no matter how this turns out. That's real power.
Life will test you. Not sometimes. Constantly. The difference between those who break and those who grow is not luck. It's mindset. You cannot control the economy, other people's actions, unexpected obstacles. But you can control your response. William James said, "The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another." Your thoughts are not facts. They are habits, and habits can be trained. Mistakes are not proof of failure. They are feedback. The Stoics believed every hardship is a training ground for virtue. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body." Pain is not punishment. It is preparation.
We live in an age of impatience, fast results, instant success, immediate validation. But life does not operate on your schedule. Nothing meaningful is created instantly. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Just like you cannot pull a tree to make it grow faster, you cannot rush your becoming. If something hasn't arrived yet, it may be because you are still becoming the person ready to receive it. Socrates believed growth happens through living, not waiting. The lesson is simple: control effort, release timing.
Desperation repels. Purpose attracts. Desperate action is driven by fear. Purposeful action is driven by clarity. Aristotle believed true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with virtue, not chasing outcomes. When you act from fear, you rush. When you act from purpose, you move with patience. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I believe in it, or because I'm afraid of not having it? That question alone can change your life. Trying to control everything is exhausting. And the irony is, the tighter you grip, the less control you actually have. Epictetus said, "Freedom is won by letting go of what is beyond our control." You cannot control people. You cannot control outcomes. You cannot control the future. But you can control your actions, your values, your response. And that is enough. When you stop resisting reality, you move with it. Peace does not come from forcing life to obey you. It comes from trusting yourself enough to face whatever comes. Let go of control. Detach from outcomes. Act with purpose. Trust timing. And watch how life begins to align. Not because you chased it, but because you were finally ready to receive it. If this message resonated with you, subscribe. Not for us, but for the future version of yourself who needs reminders like this.